Yep, just a 3-player. Okay, I'm actually going last this time, for once. Yeah, I'm willing to give this one the risk. See if I'm still willing to after I see what they play. Plenty of people play things that look like they could be carnivores that are not carnivores, so... will I still do it? Damn it. Okay, this guy can only eat 2. If we both do this, he kind of just has to do it to both of us, and that's good. If he does it to just one of us, he kind of just gives the other one the game. You really want to keep it even when people do this to you. The other one was I could have gone for 2 and expected him to attack all of this and not me. So if he attacks me again, this is a dumb move. You need to attack both of us. But attacking us both once, perfectly reasonable, and what I would expect. That's what you want to see. Hey! That's nice. Because he's playing first, he has to put up his offensive traits now. Hopefully he doesn't have an ambush. If he does, I'm kind of fucked. But I'm gonna go with it. Like, yeah, if he got an ambush, See, the other interesting option that I have is... Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's not a pack hunting. I can push these all to 2 body size. Then there's my other options where I just kind of leave this all up, and I expect that it is an ambush. And I just do nothing while I find out if it's an ambush. I don't think I need the cooperations. If it is an ambush and he kills them, that's fine, I get something back. He should definitely kill one of these guys anyway. But if they are an ambush and he just kills this, then I feel pretty silly putting those up in the first place. This guy's definitely gone for doing more than I have, so he's actually got a harder decision to make about who to attack the second time here. So I think I will just save the rest of my cards. There's plenty of food. I would have loved to have put everything up, go 4 species. I just don't know if they're defended. And going first, putting up an ambush it's a pretty good bet when there's this many species around the table that if someone drew a warning call, they're going to try to use it. So I think ambush is pretty solid here. Oh, in the end, it's just a fertile. So I really could have defended all of that. I will see what he does. I think you kill 2 of these, 1 of these. Keep it looking even. If it were me, I'd kill this one of these, because that's where you don't want the cooperation to end up. So yeah, I'll see what defenses I can get in addition to the warning call, just because the cooperations are pretty big. Yeah, I definitely think you now kill this. Killing me when I'm at 2. So he can kill that. Sure, it's the one that hadn't eaten yet, and maybe that's what he was going for. Just, cooperation works well on this side of this species, so just, like, don't let him have it, right? Ah, cool. I don't need there to be heaps of food. This is kind of ridiculous. So I could also put up, you know, the warning calls here. Both of them. And then like put up 2 species, which would be great. But then it's kind of obvious what's going on. Even though this one still ends up having a trait because it's got the cooperation. They don't all have a trait. So it's a wee bit dangerous. There's already a climbing up somewhere. Again, if he goes climbing, I'd like to lose it. Get a different trait that I can maybe defend with. Draw a heap of cards that I can finally push out to 4 species with. Or do I just hope... He's only got 3 cards, maybe he just doesn't have an ambush? I think maybe I should maybe just hope there is no ambush there. What are we gonna use? Maybe the climbing. Put up all the cooperations. If I start losing things, I start losing things. I'll just save the scavenger because I really don't need it yet. So yeah, if he has an ambush, he has it. It's kind of unfortunate. He played it so quickly on this that I think it is. And I kind of start losing all of this. I still get to keep 1 cooperation, which is better than 0 cooperations. Or he removes the carnivore? That would be good, I guess. Yeah. Kind of expected it after it went in so quickly. I couldn't really predict that it was going to happen. He's got another eat that's not me, so it fully feeds. Yeah, I think he'd been spending everything every turn, so, you know, getting one of his 4 cards being an ambush, it's not a guarantee. It's a risk that I was okay with taking. That has now backfired into what's probably a pretty good game for Mr. Jewceno. I'm going to see new cards instead of these warning calls. Unfortunately, also new cards instead of these cooperations. Okay, that's good. I've got a symbiosis, foraging. Those are nice to have. See what I can do to defend a second species that I put out. I can definitely defend this, so just put the long neck on it, it's defended. First turn, don't need to put the long neck on it, I'm going first. Zero is a number that is pretty good. So obviously I can hang a symbiosis off of the left of the burrower. Not the best, but certainly not the worst. I can make a horns, which unfortunately is exactly what's going on everywhere else. I can just leave it for a turn. Because yeah, being able to put the symbiosis up here onto another thing would be pretty good. I think I just leave it. I eat first, I'm okay. I doubt we're adding -6. This guy's going to have to attack someone who's not me this turn, or he's just going to die. If he can't attack Mr. Jewceno, I think he's just going to die. So we've got the climbing up for this. Sort of hopefully he'll realise that he should kill this first, just because the burrowing does nothing at the moment, and it's a good chance. It additionally lets this take a bit more food before you kill it, and if you're going to start killing it, it's probably not going to do so well, so let it take the food. Good news! I can put my warning call up next time. He got rid of his ambush. And then I just have to work on starving this guy out. See what cards I draw that are going to help me with that. Both guys, but this guy's attacking this one, so... I feel pretty positive, despite how incredibly far behind I must be right now. But yeah, if I can get the starvations running, I can do okay. Sweet. Small numbers are good. I might end up putting in this 4 though. So I've got the scavenger that I can run. How much cooperation do I have? This much. So if he's just turned back on the ambush, that's gonna suck for me. It's entirely possible he switched back into ambush. That'll be bullshit. Into, you know, 0 warning calls. Yeah, I need this long neck to defend this, if that is an ambush. It's only a fat tissue, that's kinda good. Thankfully, it's a fat tissue where he's now smashing his way through a horned species of the winner. Really happy. There's too much food available, gotta somehow deal with Regularus. Again, starvation would be great. I'm kind of a problem here with the too much food. None of the cards I had were low enough to help. I didn't really have to put this long neck in the end because he didn't go ambush. But I think it was worthwhile trying. Hopefully there's 2 more rounds left for me to get some population going. I think this guy should definitely have eaten some of these. It was a pretty big mistake not to. Just, we both had okay, this guy doesn't have his fertile, he's dead, but I've got a fertile running, so you definitely want to try to reduce that as much as you can. Definitely saving the intelligence could come in very handy at some point. I wish I was, you know, sticking a cooperation out the front. If he gets rid of the carnivore because he's like, nah, it's time, I probably will. So he may have just managed to get himself a new ambush, which would suck. If so, really, really damn good timing. Yeah, if it is an ambush, I don't want him attacking me as many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So fills up in 3 instead of 4 attacks. Could have maybe even pushed it to, you know, 4 so he fills up in 2 attacks. Which, if he's going to keep attacking me, also gets me to the point where I can maybe even push it to 6 to defend it. I could push it to 6 right now if I wanted to. In the spirit of, I really don't want to be attacked, that could be the best thing. Leave that one there, we'll go with this. Probably don't need that. I don't feel good about it. If I draw a fat tissue next turn, I'll probably feel better about it. But for right now, if he's played an ambush, I'd rather just keep this alive completely. That is, an interestingly terrible carnivore that will die. Why does it have symbiosis? So he did go ambush, so I'm feeling pretty good about this 6 body size right now, but this guy is a retard, so I'm not. Maybe that was overdoing it. It's kind of a mistake, but going to 4 body size on your new symbiosis species just grinds my gears a little bit. And you know, it's what is feeding this guy at all. At least this guy's pegged into the fact that he can actually steal some of this food from us now. Because last time he just straight up attacked with this and just let us take as much as we could. So this is making this warning call less useful, which means I might even be able to put the intelligence up. So he's obviously going to kill this, because, like, why wouldn't you? Maybe just kill this first, then kill this. Because, you know, you use this for food, you extinct this. If I do remove this, it means that he knows with a pack hunting he can just take this down. Yeah, this was, I don't know what he was thinking, really. Definitely helped Jesper. Currently, I think Regularus is winning because we have not done a good enough job at starving him. We'll still put in this 0. Might put up the climbing just to really seal the deal on this. Yeah, so this looks like we long neck once, eat once, and intelligence once, and I'm happy with the result. Not happy with this result. Oh, the thing that attacks this is also the thing that can attack this, which is sort of unfortunate. But I think I do need to put up this intelligence. Right now, like, he could just intelligence to extinct things like this. It'd be pretty solid, just extinct this for my final turn. Don't let me use it. Well, I mean, I use it, don't let me get the 4 points from it existing. Jesper might actually be beating Regularus right now. I don't think I am. He's been allowed to sit there, and he's been given too much food by us. We've just sat there, put in enough food for him to just take it, and still be at this 5 and 5 population. This really shouldn't still be on 5 population. That should not have been possible. Cool, I didn't really need to put this in the end. That's fucking way too much food. What's going on here? Okay, there's Regularus, whose idiocy knows no bounds because he is a bot. Jewceno, I think, put in too much. He's got these long necks already. I'll just say Mr. Using he isn't that bad an idea. So, you know, and he's going first. Getting 4 on this wasn't going to be too hard. Having more so you can eat really slowly doesn't seem like a good way to score well. So, I think his 6 is far too high, given that you're going first, and there's a reasonable reliance on that food existing for the other players. And like, he didn't just go heaps of population that had to eat it slowly, he went first with a foraging. Ended what, with like the same population as Regularus? No, slightly more. But yeah, Regularus wins. Oh, Mr. Jewceno still beat me though. There you go. So that extra food did actually help him to slide above me. I was the one who got really kicked in the shins by this carnivore at the start, because he did have an ambush in his hand when I was going for the warning call defense. So it shouldn't be that surprising. All in all, it was actually still a really close game with Regularus just kind of smashing us because he was left alone and had too much food the whole game. So in that sense, Mr. Jewceno with his too much food probably consistently didn't really help, because it didn't help, you know, let this player stomp him a little bit. But I think it helped him to come second, because I think I would have beaten him in a game where we'd managed to put in less food and not feed the AI.